Hello everybody, Ace here, giving it to you straight with day 18 of the video log challenge. And today I wanted to talk to you about doing the right work at the right time. Now, a lot of us get caught up, stressed out, exhausted, spinning our wheels in the same direction, expecting different results, and never understanding why we can't get anywhere. And again, it's because we're trying, we're efforting, and we're not listening. We're not stopping, we're not breathing, and we're not listening to ourselves. When we don't listen to ourselves, then we really do not know which direction to go. Because our egos are going to want to go this way and that way and this way and that way. You shouldn't go this way, but you should go that way. But what happens if you go this way? And I don't know if it happens to go this way. And you have all these different ideas and all these different thoughts that come through your mind, and you get stuck. And our anxiety goes through the roof, and then we don't make moves, and then we get depressed because we're not doing anything, and we're anxious because we can't do anything, which leaves us not being present, and it actually throws all the systems off in our bodies, and that's when we begin to decay and crumble and fall into piles of emotional excrement on the ground, crying and trying to figure it all out. And I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of trying to figure it out. I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being exhausted. And I really would like my path to open up for me. I'm not saying it's going to get any easier, but I do know that it'll get a lot more interesting, and there'll be a lot more resistance to the challenges that come because we're doing the right work at the right time. So what is the right work at the right time? And that always begins with us. That always begins with what's going on inside of us, because in reality, that is the only thing that's happening. The only thing that is real, the only time that is real, and the only moment that is real is now. The now moment was the moment we were when we were 3. The now moment's the moment we were when we were married, when we had kids. That now moment is still that same moment in time, except our vehicle is changing with the time. We're not changing necessarily. We're evolving. We're increasing our knowledge, our wisdom, our experience, but we're not actually changing. Our bodies are changing. The earth is changing. The light matrix is changing. But we ourselves, we're reflecting. We're bringing more light into ourselves. We're remembering. We're healing. We're becoming more whole, so more holy. That's why it's so important to understand where a lot of our words come from. We say these words and we don't even know what they mean. Holier than thou. What does that even mean? What does it mean to be holy? It just means to be whole within yourself. There's not many of us that are whole. And you can even hear about it when we talk about relationships, especially intimate ones that we are looking for in our lives, those love stories where we're looking for our better half. I found my better half very young, around 18, 19 years old. I found a woman and I fell in love with her. And it was a love too serious and too real for that age, and it wasn't appreciated, and it crumbled, which I'm grateful for because it taught me many lessons. But what the biggest lesson I learned from that was I realized that I didn't want my other half. I wanted my other whole. And in order for me to find my other whole, I had to first become whole within myself. That's doing the right work at the right time. Doing the right work at the right time also entails learning yourself, learning your ego, learning your shadow, rooting through the trauma from your past to create the oasis in your now moments. Because the only way we can control our future is if we walk into it with vibration, with visualization, and with overall understanding that it's just going to be another now moment, and we're just manifesting that moment by focusing and raising our vibration to that point. What else is the right work at the right time? It's having those awkward conversations, awkward conversations with ourselves. It's having those awkward conversations with others, especially those people that are closest to us and the ones we love the most. Because as empaths, as light workers and light warriors and star seeds, what is happening is we end up forming a lot of relationships based in narcissism and sociopathology, because that's our boss battle. We need to learn how to say no to narcissists. We need to learn how to keep a one arm's distance from narcissists. We need to learn how to not be gaslit and believe other people's bullshit because their egos can't accept that we're calling them out on it. What else is the right work at the right time? It's being a lion. It's standing in your truth and speaking out. It's standing up for what's right and what's just, because we've been imbued with the knowledge and know-how and understanding of what is more positive and what is more negative. It's not saying we're better than anyone. It's just saying that that is our purpose on this planet, to shepherd humanity into this new awakening, into this new earth, and into an idea of unity, love, communication, and abundance. But the only way we can shepherd other humans is if we shepherd ourselves first. The kingdom of heaven is found within us, and then we create the kingdom of heaven from without, and we can do that for each other. But we have to do the right work at the right time. What else is doing the right work at the right time? It's doing the things you need to do more than what you want. And you know what those things are. It's all that stuff you're resisting. It's all the stuff that you have anxiety about that you're not doing. But here's the key. Sometimes if you're having resistance, it's not the right time to do that stuff. So figure out what's the right thing to do in this now moment, and that'll create momentum for you to do the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. I had so much resistance this year towards my work, towards my career, towards this stuff that I love to do, because it wasn't the right time for that work. What the right time for the work was this internal work, was going through the old programs that were holding me back, rooting out the trauma that was causing those programs to run in the now time. It was going to therapy. It was changing my diet. It was getting out of relationships that were no longer serving me, and it was also establishing new systems of living that were going to actually help me grow, evolve, and prosper. And so I had to actually learn what the right work is at the right time, because I was constantly spinning my wheels, expecting these results that never came, and then going crazy because I just couldn't figure it out. And so as I've gone forward and as I've started doing the right work at the right time, my ability to create, my ability to work on my business, my ability to work on the things that I love, that resistance is quickly moving by the wayside. And what was honestly incredible for me was that I was resisting this, making these videos, right? I was resisting making these videos because I was afraid of what people would think of me. And I was trying to make other videos, conspiracy videos that I love, and it worked for a bit. And then all of a sudden I found myself resisting that again. And I said, why can't I make these conspiracy videos? And it was because I needed to start making these videos, because these are the game changers for me. This is the right work at the right time. And guess what? Today I was able to make another conspiracy video because I didn't have those blockages. I didn't have those energetic blockages in my chakras causing me not to be able to move, because I was doing the right work at the right time, and I was listening to myself. I was stopping, I was breathing, I was eating right. I was balancing my micronutrients with this dirt product I just started taking. Day four of dirt, and I feel so much better. My mind is clear, my body is less inflamed, and even the fourth day of this Hemi-Sync challenge with this CIA meditative practice, I'm getting somewhere. And so I just wanted to jump on this video today and talk about doing the right work at the right time, because it's essential for us to listen to the signs and synchronicities from the universe, because it's always guiding us towards the promised land, and it's always guiding us towards the right work at the right time. And if you have resistance that's not based in ego, it means you're not doing the right work at the right time. So if you stop, you breathe, you ask your higher self, what am I supposed to be doing right now? You'll know. But you have to trust that. You have to trust that intuition. That self-trust is bred by self-listening. It's bred by stopping. And so tomorrow I'll probably make a video on listening. So tomorrow I'll probably make another video on that whole concept. But where we're at today is it's just do the right work at the right time. And that means just loving yourself. It means putting enough water in your body. It means balancing your micronutrients. It means increasing your bioavailability. It means fixing the relationships in your life that aren't being fixed because we're not communicating properly. It means removing the relationships in our life that are no longer serving us. It means roaring when we need to roar. It means keeping our mouths shut when we need to keep our mouths shut. And it changes with every moment of every day, with every situation and every person. And that's why this life is so incredible. And when we start playing it, it's not a game, it is a game, but it's not a game to us. But when you start playing it as if an RPG, I know my friends that play RPGs, and they take those video games very serious, and they get upset when things don't work out because they put their time and energy into it. It's the same thing. You're putting so much time and energy into fretting, into holding yourself back, into cascading yourself, into making yourself angry, into hurting yourself, into poisoning yourself. And yet, if you would just take some of that time away from all of those negative, neglectful acts, and did the right work at the right time, which simply could just be stopping and breathing, you'll get so much further on your path, I promise you. And so that's what I wanted to leave you with today. Stop, breathe, and do the right work at the right time. But you can't find out what that right work is until you do the wrong work sometimes. And we've been doing the wrong work for a long time. So acknowledge that it's the wrong work. Doesn't mean we're wrong. Doesn't mean that we're negative. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with us. It's just that we weren't focused on the right work for a while because we didn't know what we didn't know. So let yourself off the hook for that and put yourself on the hook for the now moment. And in the now moment is, let's do the right work at the right time. And all that is loving ourselves a little more, caring for ourselves a little more, acknowledging ourselves a little more, gaining a little more awareness, accepting ourselves a little more, each day 1% better, and everything will work out. It's a crazy time in our planet. It's a crazy time in our universe. It's especially a crazy time in the country right now, in the United States. And so I really, really appreciate all of you, and I really hope that these videos inspire you to do the right work at the right time so you can bring more abundance into your life. If you've liked what you've seen and heard today, please hit that like button. If you want to join the Army of Energy, hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more content like this, go to Conspiracy Realists on Instagram. And also check out my dirt product that I've been using. I'm leaving a link below, and I'll leave a link to a video on the Hemi Sync Gateway experience, because I believe that that's a way, along with balancing our micronutrients and decalcifying our pineal glands, that's a way of healing our brains from all the trauma from our past and all the poison from the environments that we've been in. And so with that, I'm going to leave you with another ace take today. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.